Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk a little bit about onset. If that's not a term that's familiar to you, it simply means the beginning of a note. Your next question may be, so what? Who cares about the way I begin my note? Isn't it more about the beauty of the tone or what I do after I start singing? Indeed, it is not. So you may think that because it seems so inconsequential and it's such a small component of what we do, but it's a whole lot like a train on the tracks. If you're not lined up, you're going to spend your whole time trying to get back on the track, or feeling like you're slightly derailed, or your momentum is moving along but it's not in the right direction. All kinds of problems happen. So let's talk a little bit about onset. I like to classify this into three basic categories. There are obviously many different things you can listen for and feel for, but you can think of onset in three main categories. We have our hard onset, our balanced onset, and our soft onset. So let's go to A major here. So if I sing that little kick, that little glottal stop, that we call it, is a hard onset. So your glottis is holding just a bit, your vocal cords are holding together really tightly, the air comes up beneath them, but you don't let the air come out, you hold it, and then you let it explode. We ensure we get the note out, almost 100% success rate there with those notes. However, it comes at quite a high price, even in the middle part of the voice. Now, as you get to the high part of the range, with that extra pressure, that extra subglottal pressure and breath pressure, that can really start to be taxing and can definitely get you into some bad habits. Tension and the risk of a hemorrhage or other injury, so it's bad news. And if you can weed it out right now, you'll be in a much better position, and it will allow you a lot more flexibility as a singer. So that's our hard onset. Let's talk about our soft onset. That's at the other end of the spectrum, other side of the spectrum. So we have you can see here, that flexing, that tightening. You may hear a smooth execution of the note, or what sounds like a smoother execution of the note, but my goodness, I'm bringing a whole lot of weight and tension and grip to that sound. That is also not very desirable and is really going to hurt your chances of success, especially in the extremities of the range. We spend a lot of time in the middle range simply because we can do some things in the middle range that we're trying to figure out without the added complications of things that happen at the extremities. So don't feel bad about working a lot in the middle range. That's working intelligently. Be smart as a singer. You've got a finite amount of hours in the day where you can sing healthily, so don't spend it all stabbing at high notes. Okay, of course now we have the balanced onset left, okay? So we're going to try to synthesize those two things, the hard and the soft, into a It is so hard to get a beautifully executed balanced onset. We're almost always on one end of the spectrum or the other, or just slightly to one side rather. So if you hear there's a tiny kick there, but tiny flex there. We're trying to time it out right in the middle. So I like to think of something I call kind of a preemptive strike. If you think of the note here, we're going to go in sort of a circular pattern here, right? I'm going to engage my ear just before I want the note to come out, not as the note should be coming out. If I go I'm almost always going to end up with a hard attack. If the note's supposed to come out here, I'm going to pop it every time. But if I engage the ear here, just before that, I have a better chance of a balanced onset. Now, depending on where you are in your range and what vowel you are singing, you'll have to calibrate that for every single note. It's maddening, I know, but singing takes a lot of work. And if you put in the work, you get good results. And if you don't and you guess, you also get those results. It sounds like you're guessing. So think about that. That's our onset. You're going to think about hard, soft, and balanced. We want the balanced version. If you have any questions about that, please write me in the comments and let me know what you're finding in the practice room. Thanks for watching.